Hey everybody, Zoom360 here on the go, and man, it's been a while. It's been 8 months since my last road trip, and I am really happy to say that today is day one of the next road trip. It's finally here. It's been 8 months. It's not been 8 months since my last vlog on here, but this is definitely my first. Actually, it's been a year because my last major road trip was in September of last year in 2021, and then today is September the 2nd, 2022. So the beginning of Labor Day 4-day weekend, or the actual Labor Day weekend actually starts tomorrow, I guess, but currently I'm on vacation, and in my line of work we usually get 4 days for that. So yeah, so we are at the beginning of the next road trip. I'm still at my apartment. I'm getting ready to load a few things in the car, and then I'm gonna go over what's been happening with the car, with the other being on this channel, which is my beloved 2001 IS300 Lexus IS300 that I love dearly, that I've been road tripping that car since 2004 or 3 or something like that, and it's old, but it's still going, and I would like to put 1 million miles on that car. So far we are at 376,000 miles, and so far so good. And yeah, so we are going to put more miles on it, see this great country of America, and of course in Zoom360 fashion I'm taking you with me for this trip. So we are going from here. The first stop is actually Transmountain, which is about 20-minute drive from here. I'm trying to catch it at sunrise. I think sunrise is at 6:30. So we're trying to leave here about 5:15, and it is, I think, 4:42 a.m. right now. So yeah, it is an early day. I have a couple of errands to run afterwards, and then we will leave El Paso. We are going from here. We're going back to Tombstone. If you guys recall, last year we didn't do everything there. There are 2 things I want to see and really take my time to explore that town. Then from Tombstone, Arizona, we're going to Tucson, Arizona. We were there also last year, and there are a few things that I didn't get to do. There's one thing that I didn't know about. I'd like to visit that spot, so it should be fun. And then from there we're going to Goldfield. The Goldfield is another well-preserved western town kind of attraction. I didn't know about that. I watched this YouTuber called Traveling Robert. I love his videos, and I found out about Goldfield through his videos. So thank you, Traveling Robert. I'm going to check it out in a few days, hopefully. And from there we're going to Sedona. Sedona is a area I had to completely skip last year because we basically ran out of time. So I did say a few vlogs back then that we will return to Sedona. We are returning. It's like a triangle sort of area. There's Sedona. I think there's Red Rock Cafe. There's Red Rock Canyon, and then close enough. And then there's also Oakley Village, another place that I found out through watching Traveling Robert's videos, and it looked like a very charming town. I'd like to visit that area, and then we'll be there for probably 4 days. So there's lots of changes with this trip. It's not gonna be the usual trip. There's some things that I'm gonna be doing that I have never done before, that I always wanted to do, and I think it's about time that we start doing them. So it's we are going to connect more with nature on this road trip, and it should be fun. And from there, from Sedona, we're going up to Flagstaff. From Flagstaff, we're going back to Petrified Forest. There is an area there that I didn't get to vlog last time. So we are basically going back to certain places that we didn't get to do certain things and explore certain things, and we're going to complete those areas. Of course, it doesn't mean that we will, and of course, you know, just because we've gone through an area, it doesn't mean that we will never return there. but there is a spot there that I wanted to see. It was so cool, but I didn't have the time to properly explore, and we're going to do that, and that should be fun. So now I'm gonna load up a few of my things here. I'm just gonna load up these two, and then that back there, that is my tent. That is my tent. I've had that tent for like, I think 2 years. I've only set up that tent once, and that was in my apartment to make sure that I could do it. But I actually would like to use that. That is one of the things that we're gonna start doing more in this channel. We are gonna start using less and less hotels. We're gonna start camping and probably start using more like different things like Airbnb and like camping, and doing a lot less hotels and stuff. So yeah, let's start to load up, and then we're gonna go to Transmountain, and that will be the first stop of the trip. And then and I'm also gonna go over what we've done with the car, and right now it's roadworthy, but it's still 80% complete. Between now and the end of the year, we should be done with the other 20% to make it 100%. But of course, that car is now a full-on project car, which means that it's never complete, but at least all of the major stuff that I wanted done will be done by then, and then it's all about like maintenance and small upgrades from that point. And yeah, so without, I think I talked enough, so let's go. So it's been raining in El Paso, Texas quite a bit this summer. So rain season is usually from April to June, but this year we've been getting sporadic rain all over. If it rained last night, oh my God, here comes Garfield. Garfield always tries to sneak into my apartment like she pays the bills. What do you want, Garfield? What do you want, Garfield? Garfield, see, Garfield just wants to play around. So yeah, so what do you want, Garfield? Huh? Food? Okay, just give me a minute. So it looked like it didn't rain, because if it rained, I'll be pissed because I washed the car. Oh man, it is like what, 4:50? So I'm going to load up the car. Don't get in my apartment, Garfield. So, of course, everybody's sleeping. The neighborhood is quiet, as it should be. So, I really like this apartment complex. It's really quiet, peaceful, safe. Yeah, so let's go ahead and load up the car. Very, very quiet. We don't want to wake up the neighbors with my bag noise. But here are the cars. The Veloster is due for service when I return on the 18th. There she is, Miss America. She looks so different. I really like this orange on yellow. I did not think this was gonna work, but Big V, you knew what you were talking about. You knew it, buddy. So I've lost my blackout light, but this paint is actually glow in the dark paint. But it's black light activated. I think that's how it works. So I think I've posted that on the Instagram. Make sure that you are following Zoom 360 on Instagram. There's a lot of stories I put up on there. But shout out to Hero Society. We have joined that club, and should be fun. But oh man, it looks so good. I love the splitter. I've had a little bit of trouble with it, but I think I fixed it. I love the new bumper. It's very square. It squares the car off. Looks really, really good. So I'm gonna go over a whole bunch of stuff about why it took 8 months to get the car back and all that stuff, like new things that's been done to it. And then, but yeah, we gotta catch the sunrise at Transmountain. 376,730 miles. This next year, we are still in 2022, but I think by the end of 2023 or somewhere in there, we are definitely gonna cross 400,000 miles. At that point, I'm going to go over this car, do a 400,000 miles review, going over how she has treated me and how I've treated her, kind of thing. And I also have a fair amount of lights on. And yeah, this is things I still have to fix. So this car is 80% complete, but it's not 100%. This is something that Lexus has to reset because both of the leveling motors were replaced, but somehow this light stayed on when that happened. The ABS, I need to replace my ABS sensors. Of course, the car still stops. It's just that, you know, the ABS feature is not working. Then there's the catalytic converter. That's why I have that's why I have the check engine light. This traction control has been flickering on and off. I think it's related with the ABS maybe, because remember, this car has a brand new suspension. I mean, almost everything was replaced. I think there's only one thing that wasn't replaced. Everything else, to include the control arms and every other component, have been replaced. So ever since then, it's been flickering. So of course, I don't have my seatbelt on. That's why that light is flickering. And the brake light stays on because for some reason, whenever I disengage the handbrake, it still stays on. Though Lexus did fix it when I took the car there, but when it came back from the paint shop, the problem was back. I have to deal with that somehow. But other than that, the car is pretty roadworthy. I think we should be fine. Hopefully we don't have any more lights. Oh yeah, well, pleasure's one more. Haha. And of course, as usual, I forget to install my radar detector. Haha. There you go. There you go.
I know you told your friend you're not okay, and tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. And guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away. As you fade away.
Yeah, I'm about to fade away, cause every time I wake up I feel like it's Monday. Something's going wrong with all the chemicals up in my brain. All of a sudden I don't look at anything the same way. Gotta build up of my thoughts sitting in an ashtray. I'm sorry that I'm so inconvenient, okay. Just let me be me and I'll stay out of your way. I can see the way you look at me, I'm such a disgrace. I never really asked to be brought into this place. You wanna love me? Well then baby, have a taste. All the highs and the lows, no, you'll never be the same. I don't really wanna hurt you, but I can't control the pain if you're sticking by my side.
So if you look in the distance, you can see the sun rays are starting to show, but it's not yet sunrise. It's 6:05. We should be up there by 6:30. It's a sunrise, like actual sunrise is supposed to be at 6:41 this morning. So we are pretty much gonna take, so now we're on the 375, or I think it's also called Joe Battle Boulevard. So you pretty much have to take this straight, and this takes you straight up to Transmountain. And yeah, we should be there on time, and then we'll talk some more when we get up there. But we are pretty much heading straight forward to Transmountain right now. Oh man, it's good to be back on the road. You know, Suki is not 100% yet, but she's getting there.
Maybe we could be okay, okay, okay. Maybe you could be the change I need today. I promise that I've never felt this way. I really hope that you will choose to stay through all the pain.
I know you told your friend you're not okay, and tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. And guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away, as you fade away, as you fade away.
This is one of my favorite hangout places in El Paso, Texas. Transmountain. Oh man, the view out here. This is Zoom 360, and I give you Transmountain.
Going through hell, I fake like I'm fine, but I know you can't tell. Like nothing I felt, my mind overwhelms. I think that I'm broken, but I hope you can't help. I know I'm not perfect, but some days I feel far more worthless. Baby, you make me feel nervous. If I still have you, I have purpose. It's all worth it.
I know you told your friend you're not okay, and tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. I guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away.
I just love coming here, man. It's so, but this is my first time at sunrise, so it's still not sunrise yet. It's not even 6:30, but you can see the fog up there. Driving up there was a lot of fog, and we still have the splitter, so I think we should have a moment of silence for my splitter, because I'm gonna be going across, not across country, but we're gonna be driving around, and I think we should have a moment of silence for the front splitter. Hopefully it comes out, hopefully we go and we come back and it's still intact. So yeah, let's have a moment of silence. And hopefully, I'm really nervous about it because it looks really good. I'm really nervous about it, but I don't think this is low where that it's impractical, because I can put my entire foot underneath this. So it's not so low that it's impractical. But yeah, I think we'll do okay. I really think that we will do okay. So as I said before, we're going to be going to Tombstone, Arizona, to Tucson, Arizona, Sedona area. We are going back to Flagstaff. We're going back to Petrified Forest. I think it's gonna be a good trip, and then I kind of left I kind of left 4 days out there for us to be able to explore. I might go to some place and chill. I'm not sure, but so this is Suki, my beloved IS300. This is the other member of this channel. I've been traveling with this car for a long time. I think since I first got it back in 2000, and I think 3 or 4. So this car went away for about 8 months, and the reason why it took so long is a combination of getting parts and scheduling her to go to different shops, because some of the shops are very busy, so you can't just like drive in or like, you know, bring it there and then start to work on it. Yeah, certain things like alignments and stuff, you could just like you know, go there and it's done for you on the spot. But a lot of the work had to be scheduled in, and the other thing is parts of, for example, this front bumper that I'm really glad I went with, took 3 months to get. And part of the reason is because, if you guys remember, I think towards the beginning of 2022, there was a major boat traffic jam, which was on the West Coast, where there was a lot of ships with goods there, but they were having problems trying to download those ships. I think that I don't remember because it's been a long time. I think the problem was, like, personnel. They didn't have the personnel with the skill to download the ships. So there was a lot of ships off the coast of California with a lot of goods that could not be downloaded, and my bumper was one of them. So it took 3 months for this thing to reach me. And then those of you who watched the last vlogs of the last trip, I did say that we're doing away with the stock suspension, which is exactly what we did. We went full custom suspension. All of the control arms were replaced to include the cross arms. This car in the front has something. It has something I like to call cross arms. What it is that, so then you have your upper arm, you have your lower arm, but there's a third arm that goes from the lower arm that connects with the center, because the center, there's some kind of a reinforcement thing which is shaped like a triangle, and that cross arm goes from the end of that triangle to the lower control arm. That was replaced. All of the other parts, the bearings, everything in there were replaced. If you guys remember, on the last travel, one of the shields in the front broke off and it was making a noise. So we have brand new shield. The suspension setup, it's still not perfect. For example, the back is a little bit raised. It's because I kind of had this issue where that because I was using this car for road trips, the whole cambered look was not working, because the rear tires were being used much faster than the front tires, because the front tires would last me a year, but the rear tires would last me 6 months. And this tire especially was a little bit more off, so this tire was being burnt a little bit, used up a little bit faster than the driver's side tire. So we just have this new setup where that the back was raised a bit, and then we made sure that the tires were straight and not cambered at all, which gives it a very good look from the back. I think that it looks really good from the back. There's no camber right now, and I think it just looks great. I think that because of this current setup, that I will burn or wear out the tires much better. This should last me a lot longer. I think once we come back, I think we'll need new tires. I think those will last the trip, but once we come back, we will definitely need new tires. The front should be good through next year, because we don't wear them a whole lot. Plus, this car is a rear-wheel drive car, so we don't really use up tires in the front like that. I really like what they did with the paint. We added some stuff. This wasn't like that before, so we added more red. And actually, this paint is actually a glow-in-the-dark paint, which is activated by black light. I bought a black light flashlight, but I kind of, somehow it got lost. So while on this trip, I'm gonna try to get one from Walmart and then try to show you guys out there how the paint shines. But I've actually shown that already on the Instagram of Zoom 360 on the go. Make sure that you follow us on IG because I post a lot of stuff that you won't see on the channel here. I really like what they did with the front caliper here with the name of the car, Suki there. And I also have the name on here too. This was the idea of Big V, and I think it looked really, really cool. This car is 80% done. I still have to replace the entertainment system in there, the infotainment, if you will. I still have to redo the driver's side seat because I have some leather damage in there. I'm also going to have the headliner done as well on this car, and I think it should be cool. Then the exhaust, we're going to replace not the entire thing because I still want to keep my headers from the catalytic back. We're going to replace it. I'm looking for a more healthy, deeper, throatier sound. I'm trying to avoid the fart can sound, and I don't need it to be very loud. I mean, plus there's no way for it to be like very loud anyway because because the engine is mostly stock. But just to have a healthy exhaust, a throaty exhaust, and an exhaust that can pass the emissions test, because this is not a racer, this is my road trip car. I just like the way it looks like that. So just something to think about. Yeah, just saying, because a lot of people think it's a race car. It's not. It's just the way it looks. I like just like that look. The other thing that we're going to do as well, the suspension is still settling. There's still some issues. I think it may have to be realigned again. It just came from the alignment shop. I think I need to also have it be realigned because it's still kind of off. I'm not sure if it's the alignment or if it's the rack and pinion. Yeah, the sun is rising right now and it's looking really good. The camera is really not doing it justice. It's amazing to me how much that this place has really grown, because I remember back in 2014, I first got here, that area down there did not exist, but now it's full of houses. And this is where we're going. We're going west, and I can't wait. But back to the car, I think I've covered about everything. And I think there was one more thing I wanted to do. Oh yeah, so then we're going to figure out the alignment, though I think there's a possibility that the rack and pinion that we purchased is probably subpar, or there's something wrong with it because it's not precise as it should be. It's like half a second. Like when you turn the steering wheel, it reacts about half a second late. So I think, and it's very sensitive as far as how the road is like, if the road is not completely flat, if it's not even, if it's uneven, the suspension will react to it. So I constantly have to compensate. It's a little bit not refined, but it's okay for now. I mean, that's something I can deal with. But the car will go back again to the paint shop in December because we're getting rid of the rear lip. We're actually going to change that lip, so that lip is being painted. And then the old bumper is also over there. It will be repaired, and I'll have two bumpers in case if I ruin this one, and I have a spare that I can slap on there. So and I think that's it. So the goal is to have this car be 100%. Now, of course, this is a project car. Ain't no such thing as 100%, but that's the goal, at least by December, to have this car be 100%, where that most of the things I want done to it is done, if not all, and then it's about maintenance and road tripping and all that good stuff. So that's the update. So that is the update for the car. I guess I'm gonna hang out here for a little bit, and then There's a couple of errands I have to run, and about 10:30, 11 o'clock, we should be on our way to Tombstone. It should be a good time, and that's going to be in the next vlog. This is Zoom 360, and this is Transmountain, one of my favorite spots to hang out in El Paso. Like, subscribe, and share. Make sure you follow us on Instagram. I think I've covered just about everything, and that's it. In a wrap.